Oh, it's fucking cold. It's Wednesday morning.
Yeah, what's that fucking
filming.
noise I'm hearing?
It's a dog. And my stomach was going.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, so welcome to episode 14.
14.
Of F That.
Photo chat.
Big news first. We're moving our podcast.
Not location-wise. We're still here.
Yeah.
We're going to be moving it for the next little while anyways. We haven't moved it in a long time.
Yeah.
Back when we were like in season 1, we moved it a couple times and we didn't have any complaints because people would watch it on their own time anyways. But just with our work schedules, we're going to be filming Wednesdays now, which is the day that we normally release them. So today we have an episode coming out, but today is... Never mind.
Yeah. Actually, our episode today is coming out the same time that Canon is announcing their camera. So
Like,
we're going to get no
waiting.
views. Everyone's going to be watching Canon. No one's going to watch us.
You know what? We'll talk about it next week. It's like the thing we did with the Leica.
Exactly. There we go.
So, next week, next Saturday, not this Saturday.
No, this Saturday.
Oh,
this one's going to be airing this Saturday.
Oh, this is so confusing.
I know.
Today is Wednesday, January 19th. It is what time?
It is 10 to 10.
So, we haven't heard any of the new Canon announcement. So yeah, that'll be next week.
But we're going to be airing this episode on Saturday morning.
Yes.
At 10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
This is going to be your Saturday morning cartoons.
I think that's a good idea because a lot of people work Monday to Fridays.
Yeah.
And Saturday mornings are a good time to sit down and have coffee. Wednesdays were a little weird, but it worked for our schedule. So
yeah. Hopefully
Saturdays are good for you guys, and then if you don't watch it Saturday, you can watch it Sunday.
Yeah.
Just watch us, please. We have not quite a bit of camera news. We have more camera news than we have had for weeks.
Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about the one that we talked about last time, the M11 from Leica.
We kind of neglected the Leica.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, we didn't look at any of the specs, so we'll talk about that later. But it's out.
Yep. So 60 megapixel.
Full frame.
Full frame, yeah.
Back illuminated sensor.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting. It's got a mechanical shutter.
Yeah.
Like most of them do. Yeah. But it goes as quickly as 1/16. I don't even know how to say this. 1/16,000th of a second.
Usually they go 1/8,000th of a second. This is ridiculous.
So they were saying that they did this because I don't know if Leica said this, but online people were saying that it's.
It might have been Tony. Tony may have said this.
You sure it wasn't Bob or Margaret or something? I don't know.
Maybe it was Margaret.
Jesus Christ! People are like, "What did I miss?" Like going back in episodes. People online were saying that this is so that people can do like can shoot at like 0.95 without using a neutral density filter.
Oh, okay.
So they also do exposure. It also does an exposure up to 1 hour.
Oh wow. That'd be nice for.
That'd be kind of cool for star trails and stuff. That'd be very cool.
That's long exposure photography.
Can you imagine doing this? Would not happen in any situation, but if you had to do long exposures for like a client and you based your rates on your time, it's like $200 an hour and you get one photo.
Yeah.
Maybe if it turns out. And then the other cool thing is it has internal storage.
Yeah.
What is this? The early 2000s?
64 gigabytes of internal storage. Like.
It also takes SD cards in like the battery compartment, but.
Is it just SD?
Yeah.
Not UHS-2. Do you know? Or?
Oh, it didn't say. It just said SD. So I'm assuming
you didn't research more.
No,
You're
I looked this up this morning. Okay, bye. I'm not getting paid. I'm gonna go to that other podcast of that friend you made.
Oh,
that interviews bands. I'm not needed here.
Nope.
I'll show up and be like, no, thank you. We don't need another resident fangirl.
Other news.
Nikon
released their 400mm f2.8 Z-mount lens.
Yep.
This thing is beastly with a beastly price.
Oh yeah, I forgot to rewrite down the price.
That's
We're reading off of board with all our specs.
Yeah.
The full title of the lens is the Nikon Z 400mm f2.8 TC-VRS. I don't know what the S stands for.
But the TC has a built-in teleconverter.
Super cool.
Yeah, I think it's a 1.4 times.
I don't know, but it makes it equivalent to 560 millimeters, but you're sacrificing your minimum aperture to f4.
So it's 1.4.
I have to stop for a second and just say that anybody who was listening to the last couple weeks not listening to Camera News is listening to this episode and they're like, what the fuck is happening? I want to address that because, like, we haven't had Camera News in a while.
Yeah.
And, like, now that we're back to Camera News, we're throwing out, like, a different language and people are like... It's like when we first started, I had all these friends of mine that were like, this is great, but I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like...
That's okay, neither do we.
Yeah, so it's got that you're sacrificing that aperture, but I mean f4 is still pretty.
Yeah, pretty sick for a 400
yeah.
mil.
Yeah. Do you want me to go into the glass stuff?
Sure.
Okay, so they actually did kind of some cool stuff with the glass. They came up with a new glass coating. It's called. I need to put my other specs on. Meso-amorphous coating. It offers the best anti-reflection in Nikon's entire history.
Ooh.
And apparently they're saying that it's gonna like blow the other brands out of the water for flare prevention or resistance and ghosting.
Okay.
As much as we shit on Nikon, they make some bitchin' glass.
Oh yeah.
Like they know what they're doing. That's why they make eye lenses.
Yeah.
Like they know what they're doing, so that's really cool. They also added a bunch of other things to improve chromatic aberration. That was a whole paragraph that I didn't want to read. It's like different ED glass elements that they added. So it's just going to be better glass, which is nice. The price?
$14,000 American.
I was going to say that's more than I make in a year, but it's not. It's more than half of what I make in a year. It's basically what I make in a year.
Okay. But yeah, like this is...
And that's US, sorry.
Yeah, US. Yeah.
What is that in Canadian with the conversion?
It's like $18 million or something like that. It's ridiculous.
$1 million. You can't see my pinky, I'm doing this. I'm looking it up
But
now.
you have to admit, like, Nikon, the past, 3 months, they have been coming out swinging.
Yeah.
Right? With the Z9, all the specs on the Z9, this lens, they've got a 24-240 that came out. Like, all their lenses are absolutely fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, they are tack sharp. Like, I've never heard anybody complain about these lenses.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they've come out swinging.
Yeah, they've been a little quiet lately, but that's probably because they're working, so.
Yeah. It's about time they did something useful.
So in Canadian dollars, you were close. It's almost 18,000.
I said 18 million.
Yeah, you're almost close.
Yeah, it was close.
Just off by a couple cents.
Yeah, it's the zeros. Zeros are zero anyways, so we don't worry about that.
So that's shit all for Camera News now.
Yep, and of course Canon's announcement coming out today at noon, which is. When this airs was 3 days ago at noon, which we don't know anything about right now. Yes. So we are talking about a cinema camera, probably going to be the R5C.
Yes, we will touch on the specs of it next week.
Yeah, and they're also going to be releasing like cinema lenses.
Yeah.
Soon and everything. R-mount.
You know what? I think it's okay that we're waiting till next week to touch on stuff because more people will have covered it, so we can grab from different we can research different things.
Exactly.
More than just the announcement that's coming out today.
Exactly. Because we only do half-ass stuff, right? We're not a full-ass stuff.
No, we're like one cheek, not two.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's today's episode. One cheek, not two.
man. It always makes me think of Transformers, the movie Transformers.
How does it make you think of Transformers?
Because when they're battling the robots in the desert, the soldier's like, I need a phone. He's like, in my pocket. He's like, which pocket? Back pocket. He's like, which one? Left cheek. Cheek. So,
I think you've brought that up before on a podcast, and I was like, just the same thing happened.
Exactly.
One brain cell today, not both. One's working overtime, the other one's sleeping in. I sent you a... did you see the picture I sent you? I started getting ads for Topaz.
Yes.
I literally had... I need to tell you about my nightmare. I didn't tell you about it when I came in because I thought it would be entertaining. I have nightmares all the time, especially when I'm stressed out and hyperfixating on things. So last night I had a nightmare about shooting a wedding that's coming up in February that my scheduling was off. That's usually what it is that I missed something. Okay. And before this, I always have nightmares about that happening with my wedding.
Okay.
But I went back to sleep for 20 minutes and I had it wasn't the craziest dream, but I thought it was funny and it was so vivid in my mind because it was a 20-minute dream. Okay. Where I was back at someone else's wedding and I was photographing it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to think about it too hard because I'm going to lose it all. Basically, with my mirrorless camera, there was a feature that I could use my phone. And for some reason, I went into this wedding holding my phone up. And it looked like it was using my camera or something from my Nikon Z.
Okay.
Anyways, I was embarrassed and I was like, I look like I'm just shooting on a phone, which I was. But nobody knew that it was secretly my Nikon Z. Makes zero sense. Anyways,
so your Nikon Z is floating.
Yeah, it's not visible, but I can use my phone to use... It's weird.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm like, this is embarrassing. I'm a professional photographer. I gotta switch to my camera. So I pull out my Z6. And I'm not even kidding you. It was it wasn't traumatizing. It was upsetting. Okay. And I woke up stressed and sweating because the noise on my camera was so bad. And I couldn't fix it.
Oh, the digital noise?
Yeah, so... Okay. I actually had a nightmare about having excessive noise.
Yeah.
And I was turning the ISO way up and then the ISO way down and I couldn't find the medium and what it looked like on my phone. I couldn't get it on my camera. I thought that was funny and then I woke up and I was like, I should buy Topaz denoise.
That Topaz denoise is fucking ridiculously good. I went through all my Africa stuff.
Yeah.
And I've put them all up on my website now.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on my Belize stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be putting that up on my website soon, so yeah.
Yeah.
And other news, it's not camera news or anything like that.
Your printer's broken?
No. Did you enjoy your 47 centimeters of snow?
Oh, Jesus.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
That snowstorm was insane. Which our episode from last week is airing today.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the timelines all messed up. I'm not going to think about it too hard. Where we're like, oh, we think it's going to snow, or there's supposed to be a snowstorm. It was fucking bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I got a snow day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was the first time I've had a snow day in a really long time.
Yeah, no kidding.
I didn't... Okay, so originally I wasn't going to have a snow day, and I was looking at my car and I'm like, fuck. So I go out and I try to get it out and I could not move my car. I don't own a shovel. I own a dustpan that I use as a shovel sometimes.
Yeah, that works beautifully.
So I'm trying to get my car out and it's not going and none of the roads are plowed yet. And I was like, is this a joke? So I literally sent a message to it was my Matt, the one that took part in our live video.
Okay, yes.
It was his first day as assistant manager at the store. Okay. And I was like, hey, happy first day. Also, I'm not coming in. And he's like, that's fine. Don't risk it. Because they had just changed the warning to a blizzard warning and it said 0 visibility when driving. And I was like, fuck that noise. No, I'm not doing the highway in that.
Yeah.
In Ottawa. With Ottawa drivers.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a snow day. They were like, nobody come to work. I was like, okay. Matt was there.
Just in case someone shows up.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
There were people that showed up. There were 6 customers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Crazy fuckers.
Anyways. So just to show you what 47 centimeters looks like.
Look at this dick.
I'm going to cut that out. That is 47 centimeters.
That's almost as big as my penis. You said you were going to cut the last one out. Try cutting that one out. Okay, I'll stop.
So, yeah.
Oh my god, John! That's insane. We got more snow today, which is...
Yeah, 5 to 10 centimeters today.
Several days ago when you guys are watching this.
Yeah.
And I woke up and it took me... What time did I get here? 9:15? I left at 8:35. It took me 2 minutes to shovel off my car.
Yeah, and half an hour to get here. And you're only like 10, 12 minutes away, so...
Yeah, it's insane. So... Hopefully the plows are back by the time that I try to get home. Yeah. I wanted to do shit today. Before we were rolling, I was telling you a little complaint about stupid things. First world problems. But every day that I've had off in the last week and a half or 2 weeks,
yeah,
I've been isolating or it's been a fucking snow day. So I can't go out in my car and get shit done.
Yeah.
And printing invitations and stuff. And I was planning on doing it today. But who knows? Justin and I went skating last week.
Okay.
Not on the canal.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the canal. It's too bumpy. Okay. You have to always look at the ground or else you're going to hit a bump and fucking go flying. But I go for the beaver tails.
Yes, beaver tails.
I go for the beavers.
Beavers on ice. It's gone downhill so quickly.
We went to a skating trail. It's really cool. It's in a place called Moose Creek. Do you know where Moose Creek is?
I know the name. I don't think I've ever been there.
I forget what the trail was called. I think Canadian Adventures or something. And it was, I'll send you some pictures so you can put them here.
Okay.
You basically skate through it's privately owned. You skate through the forest. It's this tiny little skating trail all the way through.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Cool.
Never done that. So it was a lot better than the canal.
Yeah.
No beaver tails though.
Oh.
They had a little coffee stand and they had a knockoff called a moose ear.
A moose ear. Okay.
I didn't get it though. Anyways, what did you do this week?
Sweet fuck all, really.
Yeah?
I went to work yesterday and it was fucking dead at work. This is the time of year, January, February, it's just fucking brutally dead everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I just can't wait for March. And
yeah.
We got Costa Rica coming up.
How many days now?
Math.
You said 2 weeks on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little less than 2 weeks.
Last night, we would have been in Costa Rica for a few hours. So we're 13 days away. I'll be on a plane in 13 days.
Last night you would have been in Costa Rica for a few hours.
Yes. In 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm what the fuck is this?
Last night was 2 weeks. We'll be in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So it's 13 days today.
That's exciting.
Which, if this airs on Saturday, that's 10 days-ish.
Wow.
Something like that.
That's exciting.
Yes.
That's so soon.
Yeah. And I think actually next week, we should do what I'm bringing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know we talked about...
I am not going to show my socks and underwear and all that stuff, but...
You're not bringing the Vanessa socks?
Oh, I might.
You need to wear those. Please just bring them. Just take a picture to make me feel better.
Okay.
Wearing shorts, and the socks are up to here.
So yes, I'll wear your Vanessa socks on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
shorts.
gonna have to.
Yeah. Take pictures for you.
You know, I'm now officially jealous that you're going. Not that I wasn't jealous before. But I never really get jealous when people are like, oh, I'm going somewhere warm. When people are like, oh my god, I wish.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, good for you. But with this fucking weather, fuck you.
I am just so looking forward to this, especially like Sue's into photography now.
Yeah.
Right? So we're both very excited to just go out and shoot photos.
Yeah.
Because there's no, like, we're 20-minute walk from the beach.
Wow.
So we're not like beachfront or anything like that. So there's no like beach chairs. We're not going to be laying on the beach all day.
Yeah.
Right? We're actually going to be doing adventures and...
Are you going to be vlogging?
Oh yeah. I'll vlog.
That's exciting.
There's like no internet.
Okay.
Down
so
there,
just post them when you're home.
Yeah, I'll have to edit and post them.
How long are you gone for again?
10 days, 11 days. We arrive on the 1st, we leave on the...
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. And if you get stuck, you'll be there for longer.
Exactly.
You taught me how to use your coffee machine today.
Yep.
Just in case. I need to come and take care of the coffee machine.
So I think that's all we have, eh?
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain for other stuff. I literally saw you on Sunday. I feel like that's why
I
have nothing to talk about.
Was it Sunday? No, Saturday.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so today's mainly camera stuff that we talked about.
Exactly.
Which is a good change. We're back on our shit.
And then next week we'll talk about what I'm bringing to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
On F that.
Photo chat.
Toodaloo.
Motherfuckers.
We switched it up. I like it when we switch it up. Because I always feel guilty about saying motherfuckers if I don't put the right emphasis into it.
Oh, really?
I'm like, oh.
Shit.
I gotta pretend to be energetic. Sorry, I know this is what we just said. Everyone at work, whenever I say toodaloo, they all say motherfuckers now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, toodaloo.
Motherfuckers.